let's all take a break here from worrying about what we're going to buy and just focus on our craft. This video is all about professionals, creatives, and worrying too much about what they need to buy. So I get these weird questions, and I'm just kind of like, why are you spending so much time on these questions? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to another video. My name is Nikos. Today we are talking about worrying about what you're going to buy. Have you caught yourself lately? Hey, I wish I had the next best computer. Should I be buying this processor or that processor? I wish I had the new camera. Should I wait to buy the new camera because they're going to release another camera? Maybe I need a better mic. Maybe I need better lights. Maybe. And therefore, your craft, instead of getting better, just comes stale or drops down with this thought that if you had the latest and greatest, it could be even 10 times better. This is the questions that I have started to see over the last few months compile into this, thought process that I really wanted to change the mindset that people are having. Let's put this in perspective. Time, energy, and money. You're investing all of this into your craft. And yes, sometimes in your craft, some tools will make things better, faster. You'll be able to do more things that you weren't able to do without those tools, 100%. But the question is your budget. Where is your budget? Now, my budget was rather high on this new computer. That budget brought me 4-minute render time for something my laptop was doing in 15 minutes. This is 4K output. I do a lot of output rendering of client work and my work. So yes, it was worth it for me. Was it the end of the world though? No, it wasn't. If my budget didn't fit it, I wouldn't have spent the money on it. However, my budget was high enough so I can invest in this. And this is where I'm looking at budget. And I'm saying to myself that budget has to be an investment for you, for your craft. And this is where we take a step back from everything that exists. We need to take emotion out of the equation. We need to look at emotion and say to ourselves, the only emotion I want to be focused on is the energy that I'm getting that's going to be positive from the results I'm getting from the stuff I am doing right now. I was just talking to a coach who was kind of like sitting there going, I love what you've done with everything. What should I be doing? My budget is small. And they're looking at it and saying, okay, what should I do with a camera? Should I buy a camera? Do I really need a camera? And it's like, no, you don't. Not for what you're doing. You just need to up your game in your actual online presence, your social media, your posts. So what do you need for that? A nice light, a nice big dome, or a flat panel LED that has some soft light, a nice, just something to cover it, to make it nice, soft on your face. You need a good mic. And use your phone. The phone is great. You don't need anything else. Budget. That camera in the future. When you start to increase your budget, you start to look at what is available and you say to yourself, what can I afford within this budget that's going to make my skill set, my end result of what I'm trying to produce for what I am trying to achieve with my business, with my creative work, with my craft, to a level that meets that budget. That's all. Well, that's all we're doing. We're meeting that budget and we're meeting those results. Can I do everything? No, I can't. And this is where I've talked about cameras before, where I was like, hey, I'll go rent it if the client needs it. The same goes with everything. If I need something for a specific task, but if I start to produce in that, then I'm going to need that. Let's budget it in. Why am I saying all this? Well, I'm getting questions from people where they're like, well, isn't CL16 better than CL18 on a stick of RAM? And will that change be life-changing or not? Because they're going online and they're doing the research, but then when they're looking at the research, it's mostly geared for gamers. And then they're going, well, what's better? I'll be making a video on this, of course, but like, what's better? Well, your budget's better. You're not going to see that difference. Not with creative software. With games, you might. You'll see those extra frames. Is that beneficial for you? Is it worth the money? Well, check out all the reviews and then go, yeah, maybe. But with online online videos showing you how all this software is reacting and you're seeing the difference, the amount of money you are spending versus investing is the question. An emotional aspect of it is what's causing you to delay working on your craft while you think about the next thing you're going to buy. Stop thinking about the next thing you're going to buy and instead make a budget. Look at the things you're going to put into that budget. Use this computer to track pricing. And from there, wait for that email to come in that's going to be like, ding, ding, this is on sale. And if it's within your budget, buy it. Don't think it. Your research has to come in when you're creating that budget, of course. But once you do it, take a step back. Don't infatuate the idea of you and the new product. We're becoming attached to products. Very simple. I caught myself the other day doing this with cell phones, smartphones. I'm tracking this smartphone. I'm like, why am I spending so much time on this? And then I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's probably going to go on sale. And I was checking it every day. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, it's going to go down like $25. Is that really worth my time for the amount of times I've checked it already? No. So I put a tracker on and I'm waiting for it to go on sale. When it does, I'll buy it. And the idea here is that I usually buy stuff where I can return it. So I'll buy it and then I'll look, hey, did I buy the right one when I do buy it? Maybe something else came out. Usually everything I buy has 30 days return. Done and done. What I am seeing is people, thought process, go through this idea of what is the best. They start to focus on it and then they lose track of what their mission and purpose is in buying whatever they're buying. And then they don't actually achieve what they want to achieve because they get so delayed. Because after the next thing, after the one thing, there's the next thing, and after the next thing, there's another thing, and it keeps repeating. So I wanted to make this video so that you guys can just take a step back, put a refresher in, and ask yourself, have you been doing this? Have you been focusing on something you're planning on buying? And what has that resulted in? Did you focus on your craft? Did you lose track of your craft? Did you not publish that video when you said you're going to publish it because you were looking up lenses on B&H Photos? I've done that many times. So I'd like to hear your perspective on this. Leave your comment below. Have you been doing this? How do you get out of this rut? Because who knows? It might help somebody who's in this situation. You might help them get past that thought process.